everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. It is afternoon here. It is 2:15 p.m. here in Victoria, BC. Welcome back to an itty-bitty little mini stream. I had a busy morning and I'm gonna have kind of a busy afternoon. And I have an hour and I thought, should I just like cancel stream? But then I thought, I have an hour. Let's stream for an hour. You know what's better than not streaming is a little bit of streaming. So I figure I would hop on, chat with anybody around. I don't think that I want to get into horrific visions because with 1 hour, I have time for like maybe one attempt at an 8 mask. And honestly, I don't think I'm emotionally up for it today. I think I'd rather do something that is harder to mess up. Is this going to take me back to where I was? I think it might. Trying to destroy my streak. Can't get past you. Good night from Greece. Learned a lot about WoW from you. Maybe you get back after exams. See you later. Good luck with exams. Yeah, I'm expecting a call that I'm going to need to take that's probably going to take long enough that it's not worth trying to like come back to stream after, especially because I have to head back out too. So I'm just going to stream for either 1 hour or until I get that phone call, whichever one comes first. So if I leave in a hurry, that's why. But in the meantime, we have all the things. We have Barnacles, we have Scalamons. There's 2 pieces, 1, 2, and of transmog left from this place that I am expecting to maybe see drop. We need Deathbone Sabatons and a Skeletal Knight's Buckler from the last set. So I'm not saying this is the only thing I'm going to do in this hour, although it's okay if it is. You know, that would be fine. I would be all right with that. The only other thing I would maybe do is like pick a random raid or just a raid that sounds fun and just go clear, you know. Remember when we were doing if you were here when I was doing Oldir for what was it? Trading Post credit? I think I just wanted to like farm a raid. I ran a bunch of Oldir. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. I kind of missed just farming bulk batches of transmog out of instances like that. So I think that sounds like a lovely thing to do for an hour on a toasty Sunday. We're having our first heat event of the summer here. Or spring, I guess, still technically, if we're being picky about it. It is about 27 out right now. It's going to get a little bit hotter than that. That is Celsius. It's not that hot for some places, but no one got AC over here, and it's humid, so it is sticky out there. I was my car's in good shape, but I was still like keeping an eye on the heat of my car as I was driving today because I was like, if it was gonna get hot, today would be the day. I feel like I got like a tiny bit sunburned. I wasn't even out in the sun for very long, but I didn't put on any sunscreen. I thought my layers were enough, and I feel like I got a little sun on my neck. Yeah, this is a druid. This is Barnacles. He is currently spec'd feral, and he's wearing a speed set. He's got some gear that has speed on it, so he's going 14%, you know, rounded, 14% faster than normal. I've gotten turned around. I haven't done this in a hot minute. Is it this way? No, it's not that way. Is this way? No, it's not that way. Is this way? I know I stopped by the door and it was locked. I have this run down by heart. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Nice late night stream for us here. It's 11:15 p.m. in the Netherlands. Plan for the time walking mog. No. Can't say that I do. Can't say that I knew that there was. I don't quite know what you mean by time walking mog, which probably means there's something that I'm not going to get. Happy to see you back doing Saturday videos. Better to see that you're feeling better. I was pretty happy with it. Don't recognize that cat form. Yeah, this is the Coltiran Druid default cat form. The Coltiran forms. Oh no, that's just a owl beast. The Coltiran forms are pretty cool. They've got like this sort of woodsy bone rust situation going on. So these little mini bosses, there's 6 mini bosses before the end, and these are what have a chance to drop my pieces here. I'm not really expecting any of it to drop because I guess not all 6 of them. I'm not really expecting anything to drop because it's a loot pool of 27 items. So your odds are not good. But you're never going to get them if you don't try. And we're so close to done with this, you know. Two left is pretty close. May as well poke around with it a little bit. It's like knitting. It's just something fun to do with your fingers. The BFA raids are pretty great because items still sell for some gold and you can still kill things easily. Show achieve. I have 37,730 That's a lot of threes and sevens. It's almost palindromic if it wasn't for the 0 in the end. Unique Mog that you can only buy with Time Warp badges. Oh. That sounds like something that I'm either going to never get or I'm going to get in the year of our savior 2045. I don't know. I'm still missing time walking mounts that you can buy for badges. So I think my badges are spoken for a while. And also there is the tiny wrinkle of me not farming them. I don't think that farm's that important to me. Oh, the 90 stream streak almost didn't get this. Don't see too many Kultiran druids. Yeah, I mean, they're around. I think that of Kultiran things to be, druids gotta be up there. I don't know, I'm just saying that. I guess I have no reason to believe that's true. There you go. They make good bear druid tanks because of their racials and because of their big, strong bellies. Don't be alarmed. Someone hacked your channel, uploaded an AI-generated video of you doing a Saturday news. The important thing is, was it any good? What do you call an AI-generated? Okay, so we need to get out of combat, actually. If I'm stuck in combat, sometimes it's faster, depending on why. Oh, no, there we go. That was it. Sometimes it's faster for me to run out and reset and then run back in, because he runs pretty fast. But the Moonglade teleport's definitely best. Haven't popped into Hazel's channel in a while. How are you? How is everyone? Hello. I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a busy day, but I'm riding the busy wave. I'm not drowning in the busy sea yet. So that, we reset the instance and we'll teleport back. Best AI video I've seen. Oh, man. Somehow nostalgic. I know, I don't know exactly how long I've been away from those. I feel like it's not quite a year. But maybe it is. It's been a while. Sundays should be for chilling. Yeah, it would be good. I think a lot of people in the city are chilling today. There wasn't that much traffic, which was nice. Close to a year. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get back to doing them, but on Friday I just realized that I kind of wanted to. And I had the time and I had the means and I was feeling up to it and I thought, why not? just do. It doesn't have to be a big one. Don't have to cover everything. Plus I figured I would kind of redo the format so that it does, instead of questions, I replace those with an add-on spotlight. Questions are great, but we do questions on stream like all day, so it felt a little bit redundant. And it saves, yeah, it's good. I may eventually run out of add-ons to spotlight. I've been really liking Warband Miser, so I was stoked to put that one up. But I may eventually. I mean, I guess nothing says it has to be an add-on that no one's ever heard of. Someone's never heard of it, so I could just go through if necessary, just 1 week at a time, go through all of the add-ons that I'm using. I doubt I would run out. I don't think I got the viewing room key. I'm doing a terrible job of doing this efficiently, but that's okay. More productive and busy in general. And I've been feeling okay about it. I've sort of very carefully and tentatively been able to manage my mental state as opposed to getting like overwhelmed by it, which was historically my problem. So I'm not saying I'm like fixed or anything like that, but for the moment I'm building some good skills. Pretty much 11 months. Afraid of the huge mega quake y'all will supposedly get one day. Yeah, it wouldn't be great, but yeah, what are you gonna do? I feel like I don't know if there's any place in the world that is safe from natural disasters of some kind or another, be it storms or floods or fires or earthquakes or volcanoes. And if you did find one magical place that didn't have any risk of any of those things, then, you know, you're just gonna like trip over your shoe and die. So like, you gotta live your life. You can mitigate some risk, but you can't avoid all of it. In case of emergency, just spotlight TLDR every time. Test out recent add-ons in CurseForge and review them. I feel like things that, I like showing off things that have come up that I have found that I've liked. Because sometimes I don't want to give an add-on a bad review, because add-on makers make add-ons for free. Yes, they might earn a little tiny bit back from like the ad program or like people tipping, but compared to a lot of other things, it is a volunteer labor of love, and just because something's not for me doesn't make it no good. I feel like putting an add-on on blast would be super rude, so I'd rather just pick some that I like, that are working for me, and say nice things about them. Which would mean that I can't really call the format a review, because that would indicate objectivity, which I'm not able to provide. Evelyn101092. Thanks for the brand new sub. I appreciate it. I've never taken a break from WoW for an extended period. I think the longest I ever took off, I wasn't even gone. I was still doing dailies. I was still doing mission table or something. I've never really taken a break. Wasn't kidding. Not immediately. Generally still useful. That's the old BFA mission table add-on? I'm not against it, but it's not, Person impersonating you on Discord. The first clue is probably me talking on Discord. The only messages I ever send on Discord are in my own Discord, in my own announcements tab. Anything else I can guarantee you is not me and should be treated with utmost suspicion. On a break waiting for player housing. Nice. Cozy to watch while farming stuff in game. I wonder if any of these things are going to drop. It could be. It could happen. It's probably for the best that I didn't stream this morning because, aside from having not been home, running the computer and running the lights. Actually, maybe I'll turn off the lights. Maybe we do like a little, well, maybe not both of them. What about this one? Yeah, that's good enough. A little medium ground. It's so hot today and we don't have any kind of AC. So like we've managed to keep the place pretty cool so far, but I know that running the computer and running the lights heats things up over time. So doing maybe a little bit less of it will be helpful, and also doing it later in the day so that it's less time before I can vent the place. No cat cam today. The cat and the dog are around. Neither one is in my office though, so I have a webcam set up, but if it's empty, I try to turn it off because otherwise it's just a big empty bed. Let's reset our instances. I don't have them particularly like trained to come sit with me, so it's extra flattering whenever they do because I know they did it because they felt like it. We can just vendor all of it. I'm not big on MOG selling. I guess I can start posting things for like 50 gold each. You should get some fish. I have some fish. They're not in this room though. You should get a dog. Another dog or just get the same dog over again? What if I tell Moose that I'm adopting him? What do you think he would think? Moosey, good news. You can stay. The same one. Just keep adopting the same dog over and over again. I love you so much. I'm double adopting you. He's so cute. He's on short walks right now and like late weird time walks because it's too hot for him to walk at his normal time. We did a little short one and it wasn't even that hot out. It was like maybe 24, but if the dog's in the sun for any amount of time, he heats up so fast. We have a water bottle we carry for him, which helps. But yes, it's not good weather for a husky mixed puppy out there right now. A little on the toasty end. I'm sure he would be very happy, but he's always very happy. He's often happy. Sometimes he's grumpy. Sometimes he goes, oh. Or sometimes he's whiny. He gets like the shepherd moods and like the husky grumbles a little bit sometimes. And I swear he gets his petulance from me. Like I'm prone to outbursts of exasperation. Like if I'm tired, I'll be like, oh, like loudly because my husband puts up with me. And I'm pretty sure that Moose has learned that exact intonation from me. He does a pretty good impression of me when he's like unhappy that something's taken too long or whatever. Yeah, the Moonglade spell will teleport you to Moonglade, but it also, if used again from Moonglade, will put you back where you were. And if you were in an instance, it'll put you out front the instance, which is great for this kind of a MOG farm. If you can use the Dream Walk teleport, the one that takes you to the Legion Druid class order hall, and that works the same way. Which is good because it replaces the Moonglade teleport when you get to that level, or if you like unlock the class order hall. This guy never did it, so he's still got the Moonglade one, which I think is handy because I swear it casts like a second or so faster. This one is a 9.4 second cast time, and I think the Dreamwalk one might take longer. Maybe not. 9.4 seconds sounds like a long time. Never knew that I've ran my druid since 08. I only know because my chat told me. I was running out the door and resetting manually for some time. Who's the other class that can do that? Is it Monk? Someone else has a teleport that does, or maybe it's Death Knights with their thingy. Death Knights might be able to do it too. Someone else can. Moonglade 1 also helps check for the Murmog and the vendor. Yeah, it's like the... Is it the handbook or the Dan GUI? It's a... Might be the handbook. Handbook. It's... I never remember to check, though. I have 7 level 80 characters, and I know that because that's how many I've been running through chat lists. 7. I have 3 of them are hunters. 1 druid, 1 priest, 1 mage, and 1 warlock. That's the gang. I'm kind of open to leveling more, but not that open, otherwise I'd be doing that right now. I have plenty of 70s, I just haven't picked them up. DK with Deathgate. The Dan GUI, there's 2 of them. I'm still missing the more rare one. No need to feel dumb just because you learned something new. I like that. Can we have that on the wall? That's the most motivational quote I've ever heard. That's nice. I like that one. And we do again. The one nice thing about doing a really mini stream where I only stream for like an hour is that I'm not going to run into instance lockout because well, I guess if I did 10 I would. Full of wisdom. I know you say that ironically, but you really are. You've learned a few things. Next time walking is going to be tougher and longer to do. Oh. I wonder in what way. That's interesting. Joester's girl. I take 500. Mog sellers hate this one trick. It's the goal for the stream. Hit instance lockout. What else has been going on? What did I do yesterday? A couple of things yesterday. Well, I made chili. I don't know. Chili's kind of a winter thing. I do a vegetarian chili. But, you know, nothing says you're not allowed to eat it in warm weather. It's actually great because you make it in the Instant Pot, which I feel like uses a little bit less power. Like, at least I'm not turning on the oven. It's sort of a self-contained appliance. It would probably release even less heat to the home if I vented it outside, but I don't really want to carry it around. How many is your stream going to be? 1 hour or until I get my phone call. I'm expecting a call that I'm going to need to take, and it's going to be a good one, so. It's 5-minute soup the other day. Yeah, I figure I'm eating in the evening. I'm not usually so hot that I don't want to eat hot food. That almost never happens to me, so I figured it was good. Plus, we had leftovers. I think we're having leftovers for dinner tonight. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I forgot the key again, didn't I? I did. What's happened to me? I used to be so good at this. Turn around. Should like that you undervalue your Mog massively, but I still don't. You're welcome to buy it and then resell it. It's an easy flip. You know, anybody is. That's how I sleep at night, is that if the Mog sellers don't like it, they can just buy it, you know? Value is as ascribed. Like, if you want it to have a 3K value, it needs to be something not only that people are willing to spend 3K for, but that people are willing to hold out for 3K for. It doesn't have very much value to me because I just picked it up by accident, so if I want to sell it for not much, I have a loon given right to do that. I do like selling, you know what I do sell for full price from here is the dark runes, and then shadow, is it the Essence of Undeath. I forget what it was, but some secret recently needed those for something, and their prices are still pretty elevated. You can get some good gold back on that. Made 16 tunes for a better chance of getting Invincible from ICC, and it worked! Congratulations! See us today already, gonna see you one later. Porque no los dos. No, we saw one this morning. I don't think our journey's like at an end or anything, but it was good to get out there. It was a big drive. But I'm glad that we went and saw that neighborhood and answered some questions that I had. Nax uses, though. Nax uses. Oh my don't know what you mean. Here's a robe. Do 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 do. I like the spooky music in here. Did I do them all? No, no way. No way. Oh, the runes. The other things that you said at full price. Gotcha. So I'm gonna need them again. Well, I guess I can just buy them back for whatever I sold them for. At worst, I'm out auction house fee plus inflation. If anything, the price of them would probably go down. This is good. As long as people are buying them, I'm happy. I will get to the next farm eventually. I know that these scourge stones are not as valuable or as concentrated as the ones that you're going to get from Nax, but I feel like it's still got to count for something that I have so many of them. I'm sitting on over 500. You can buy the Mog, but that Mog is extremely expensive. The Nax, like, tier sets. Yeah, I don't think so. My goal is for WoW tokens. I bought another one the other day. I'm up to like 50-something Canadian dollars. 53, I think. I don't know how much I need to save for the Midnight Deluxe Edition. I'm guessing like 150 Canadian would be safe because I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere in the range of 120. But then there's tax. So I feel like 150 CAD is a good starting point. If it's more than that, then we're going to have words. Oh, do this one. It's like at least a third of a deluxe edition. Yeah, about a third of the way there. A third of the way towards my goal. Although I'm kind of having fun doing this, so maybe after I'm done that, I'll just keep doing it and I'll use it for, I'll save up balance. I know I used to talk about this, like saving up balance for like shop packs. I don't know. They do so many of them. What is all of this? What is, it kind of offends me. It shouldn't, because I don't have to buy it, clearly, because I'm not, but, oh, that was too much. It's too many of them. You can only buy 14 tokens in 12 months. That shouldn't end up applying to me. I don't think I'm going to make that much gold. But it is good to know. That was part of my logic behind not waiting, was I figured I would be better off spreading out my token purchases and starting them early, even if it means I'm not getting like the best price. Especially because if the price did dip, it might be quite volatile and stock of the tokens might be a bit walky. You know what? Actually, it doesn't matter what kind of stock there is there? No, it does, because people have to buy them with money first. Anyway, I figured I may as well start early. Store stuff should be super cheap. Yeah, I think they've proven that people will pay more for it, so they have no reason to charge any less. Helen, 1961, thank you very much for the 40-month resub. Appreciate it. That's a long time. What did I see while I was driving? I saw some wildlife. I saw a mama deer with 2 fawns that could not have been more than a couple of days old. They were so tiny and they were so knobbly and they had the little white fawn spots on their back and it was so cute. I actually drove past them twice because I drove past them once and then I realized I was lost and then I had to turn around and then I saw them again. These little babies. And then whenever you're on the highway, you're always going to see eagles and vultures and hawks and stuff. I try not to look too much because I'm like driving, but big bird. I was driving. I drove a lot today. What utility would it take for you to buy another $90 mount? Something so stupid they would never do it, I'm sure. Because like, the auction plus mail was kind of a special one because it's on-demand mail. If they messed around with like a bank on a mount, that's not worth money to me. I don't need my bank that often. I don't really care. That they can keep that one. What's wrong with me? I'm getting so turned around. Flying auctionist, nah. I don't think that would do it. Good afternoon, Miss Hazel. Farming classic Scallamance. I am, yeah. This is the, like the, what do they call it? Memory of Scallamance or whatever? That they added that you had to unlock with the special little thingy doodle. I need just 2 more transmog pieces because don't worry about this. It's just like crafted Nax stuff there. I'm looking for these Deathbone boots, these plate boots, and then there's a little shield that looks like that. What if it looked really cool? I think that's meaningless to me. I have enough mounts that I think look cool. You know, there's nothing else they can sell me. Try to come up with something. It's an interesting thought. I bet you there are things that people, like utility mounts that they could do that people would pay for. If they did a barber mount, I'm sure people would buy it. I think if they did a bank, I think people would buy it. I don't think I would, but people would. I'm trying to think of what could they possibly do. Okay, here's one that I would actually consider. It has all the mage teleports on it. You mount up and you teleport at no cooldown to major cities. Maybe not even all the mage teles, just Stormwind and Orgrimmar. That would do it. But that would be, as they say, busted. Yeah, the mount's just a mage. I think teleports would probably be the only other thing. Transmog per slot instead of transmog per item. I so badly want to understand what you mean, and I'm so far away from it. I'm looking for any other context. It's just a piggyback random mage that ports you. A vendor mount that sells you one T-Mog item every month that isn't available anymore. Oh, that would be dirty. I don't think I would do it, though. I don't think I would give them any dollars. I must have missed one, huh? Otherwise we would have Gandling up over here. So when you swap gear, the transmog would stay. Oh. I see the appeal. I don't know if I need it, though. I feel like that's solving a very small problem. And sometimes it's nice to have the transmog swap so that you can tell when you change something out. Like, if I see that my shoulders, or like, maybe not shoulders is a bad example, but something that's unmogged, I might be like, oh, hey, I need to get a gem or an enchant for that because I clearly just got it. It's like an extra reminder. I do see the appeal of that, though. I think that if they made that change, it would be popular. You're right. It would cut down on how much gold it sinks to Mog. Would you pay extra gold to transmog a slot? Because I'm not sure I would, because then I would be spending more. If I was in the same gear that I was going to keep wearing for a while, it would actually be a net extra gold spent. It would be tricksy. They need a flying utility mount. Why? I feel like you're not going to use the utility of your mount in motion, so what type of motion it has is kind of irrelevant. Unless there's some utility that specifically needed to be flying. This guy's transmog actually is a little bit piecemeal. I feel like this is not what was originally intended. For me, it would depend on how much gold. If it was like 1k per piece, max would do it and only ever switch it at the start of a new season. Yeah, I think that for people that keep one look on, it would save gold. But for people like me that want to change up the look super often, it would not be much better. Especially in my main, like my alts, I'll mog once and then leave them forever, but they're also not really putting on new pieces of gear. My main wears a new thing every Tuesday. I have a ton of outfits. I'm constantly deleting them and saving more. And I feel like quite often I'll log on and I'll be like, I don't want to wear this anymore, and I want to put on something new or something different. Could be the next Warband bank slot price-wise. Got one look I like on my druid, never changed it. Engineering piece of mount gear that will let us fly anything, like an anti-gravity device. That would be great. I've often wanted to have like some herb clippers you can put on any mount to just, the same way that they had the water striders so they could water walk on any mount, just, you know, stick a little buzzsaw piece of mount equipment. Let me herb on anything. Why not? Wondering what percentage of players change their mains mog more than you? Yeah, I don't know. It can't be nothing. I'm not changing it like 5 times a day. Sometimes I'll wear a look for like 2 weeks. Sometimes just 1 week. I feel like it's not that many. I did not manage 8 masks yet, and at this point, unless I do it off stream, it's looking like I'm not going to do it for a bit because this is my last stream of the week, and it'll be Orgrimmar. Like, we can work on Orgrimmar 8 masks next week, but it'll be a little bit of starting over. I did off stream work on the tribute. I did max out my final tribute, so I'll be doing 12% extra damage instead of 8, which may be a little bit helpful. Make a transporter to any flight point. Or imagine if there was some device that could, like, pull you to the nearest flight point. You know, almost like a sort of a whistle situation. Imagine if that brand new idea was added to the game. How convenient would that be? I would actually use it in AQ, the bottom zone. Ajkahet, AK. I would use it because I am always flight pathing out of there instead of flying. Especially if I'm just going up to Hallowfall, and I would whistle to a flight path in a heartbeat. Stop talking crazy. You'd never do it. It's too convenient. Gotta work on 5 masks. Stoked about Visions being back. Yeah, they're pretty fun. I was really, was I really enjoying them yesterday? I was a little frustrated because I started out really strong and then kind of got worse for a while, but it's cool. I like to get in my mount. I actually think I have enough currency to buy the pet as well, but I didn't want to buy it off stream. I think Orgrimmar is easier than Stormwind. Thrall versus Illyria. Yeah, I think Illyria is going to be kind of awful. I am also concerned with her about... I haven't had as much practice on 8 mask, fully amped up Illyria. And I think it's going to be kind of, brutal. I think it's going to take some progression, but it also takes like an hour of clean play to even get to her. So that'll be fun. But I think Rexxar is going to take some practice. I'm hoping that I'm able to deal with it effectively as a solo Shadow Priest next week. We'll have to see. We'll just try to be patient and get lots of practice. I'll probably end up doing the same thing where I start on the other side first so that I can kind of build up a bunch of time on the pots and not have to worry about them expiring while I'm in the hardest final district. I saw that Makari had videos. I haven't seen them though. Did you watch them? Are they good? Tried Mage Tower on your druid yet? Yeah, I got the werebear form back when I was doing Mage Tower. That was how I got the tank challenge done. I think I also played druid for the healer challenge. I think I used 2 druid specs. She went bouldering. Yeah, I saw that there was a golf and then there was another one, but I haven't watched any of them. You know how you fell off the wall and hurt your hand? It was my foot. I twisted an ankle and it was hurt for like a year. No. Oh man. That is the trouble with climbing up walls, is that especially in bouldering where you're not strapped in, is if you fall off, there's a little bit of a way down. That's the tricky bit. Hopefully golf was safer. People fall off walls at indoor gyms, though. I mean, I suppose you can also fall off something outside, but... Hasn't happened to me yet. I've done some pretty sketchy hiking. But I try to be very cautious whenever I'm crawling over, around, or up rocks and stuff like that, to make sure I've got like some good contact and I'm not above, especially if I'm like trying to navigate something really steep, like getting on my butt and scooching. still inside the safe space that is your home. But, you know, aren't I most likely to die at home if I spend all my time there? How safe could it really be? Time walking's getting harder. A lot of people drop by the items that drop where they need the mog. Oh. So is time walking just going to be scaled to be more challenging? Is that what's happening? Bloodmail boots? We need Deathbone boots. Basically. Yeah. I don't want to say who asked for this, but like, I do kind of want to say that. Were we unhappy with how easy time walking was? I thought it was a fairly, I don't know, it was like a mindless thing to do. I don't know if it was if you wanted to like progress content and do a bunch of mechanics, that's what current content is for. We do need just 2 items from here. 2 items. Our odds of getting them are quite low. It's a large pool of items. It's 2 out of 27 possible drops from a handful of mobs at the end. But I'll never get them if I don't try. $100 gold. Thought it was a means to level, but I guess not. Wouldn't mind it being harder if the XP scaled accordingly. To stop people from twinking because it annoys a lot of us if they're not caring about others in the group. Yeah, I've heard people complaining about having like a twink in your group that like runs super fast. Doesn't, just kind of like tears ahead and abandons everybody. Not the experience that everybody's looking for. Sounds like something that would be a bit controversial. You'd have people very much in favor of it and defending the right to do that, and people very much against it and saying it's against the spirit of the thing. Current Farm Tunes walk speed. Actually, I need to turn on an add-on to see that, because with cat form it'll be a bit different. That's all the twink THs. They run the whole dungeon while my priest is by the first boss. So currently moving at 188% speed. So it's not like a perfect speed set, but it's pretty good. It'll do. It's faster than my other characters. It is better than nothing. Oh no, you're fine. You're not bothering me at all. I was kind of curious too. I had known that number at one point. I'd forgotten it, so I wanted to see as well. Besides, I'm not on for very much longer today. I've got about another 15 minutes before I gotta go. Wouldn't be as bad as some the mechanics that lock people out of boss fights and loot if the twink gets too far ahead. Yeah, I understand why they closed boss arena doors, but... And I guess I understand why the loot gets locked, but it's annoying when it's in a publicly queued group like that, where it's not you arranging the carry, it's something that's happening without your consent. Doorway. I wonder if it would be nice to live in a place like this. You know, it's a little cold looking, but it seems mainly dry. That's good. I don't see a lot of leaking. It feels damp, you think? I mean, it's no Wailing Caverns or Black Fathom Deeps. It's probably moist. I think it looks dry and dusty. Otherwise, these zombies would be growing moss. There would be little mushrooms poking out of them. Guess who got one of her transmog pieces? I needed those! Those were my Deathbone boots. We only need one more drop now. Just one more drop. Skeletal Knight's Buckler. Moment of silence to manifest it. Congrats. Thank you. I never thought I would get this close to finished with this. I kind of thought I would give up at like 5 pieces to go, so to be 1 left is pretty exciting. We have to go into the last drop. I've got either 15 minutes or until my phone rings, whichever happens first. I am using an add-on called All the Things to track my collection. All the things. It's very good for this kind of thing. Oh, I got another piece of Jousters loot. I wonder why those are more... Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's it. Imagine if you said that and your phone started ringing. Could be. Could very well be. I don't think she helps me, but may as well kill her. I wouldn't want her to feel left out. You know, there's 6 bosses if she's the only one that still is up. I think I might hurt her feelings. I do need the shield. Need a nap. I think I got that from the Lich boss downstairs. Yeah, it's a common boss drop from 5 of the mini bosses at the end. It's a huge loot pool though, so you gotta get kind of lucky. Who doesn't need a nap? Someone who just woke up from a really good nap. I would be jealous. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I was like lying awake, not like distressed or anxious, but just kind of like thinking, and then I was like, stop thinking, you need to sleep. I was like, okay. And then I like stopped thinking for a while, but then I was still awake. I was just not thinking. And eventually I was like, just pull out your book and then you'll read for a while and then you'll fall asleep. And then I read, and then I read for a while, and then I read for a while, and I think I read for about an hour, which is way longer than it normally takes me to get back to bed before I finally got tired again. And then I was like dozing and having weird dreams for the rest of the morning. Witching hour. I think I was just excited. Because I know today was a big day. Weird dreams. Oh, every night, man. Every gosh darn night. They're so weird that whenever my partner will ask me what I dreamed about, and I'll think about it and I'll be like, well, it's too much to explain the whole metaverse in which this dream occurred and the greater socio-political drama that was happening as a backdrop to the thing that was happening. So which tiny part of this can I extract and use as like the kind of dream that you can explain? Because often there's sort of like odysseys going on. How was your morning? It was good. It was busy, but we were on time, which was nice. With these, pardon me, with these long drives, the amount of time it takes varies incredibly with traffic. So, so we've started to just leave like way early, and then whenever we get to where we're going, we'll just find like a park or something and hang out and like regroup before we head to wherever the place is. And that's been working out pretty good. It's better than being like late, being like, okay, I hope there's no more traffic. As long as we don't get stopped at these lights, we're only 2 minutes late. Nobody likes playing that game. That game sucks. We started doing keys and Marks Hunters to get Keystone Master, and their AoE damage is so fun. Nice. Marks Hunter, huh? I think this guy doesn't help me either. Maybe he does. Why does it say... No, I have that learned. I don't know why it's saying I don't need that. That's the wrong... that's what we're looking for. Sentinel AoE and Marks goes crazy. So disinterested in 11.1. How much do we know about 11.1 so far? I'm going to have to get caught up on that. Thought I missed it. Guess you're just a bit late. A little late in a little mini stream. I found out quite late. Otherwise, I would have said something yesterday. I tried to post on the Discord and change the title so that people knew where it was. Oh, 11.1. Oh, right. We are in 11.1. You're correct. I'm sorry, Scarlett, I misunderstood. My brain was in, I think, the past and not the future. Nice, you can check out the local area too. Yeah, it's always good. We want to see stuff like what's the traffic like, what are the, you know, intersections, and how are things maintained, and how busy is it, and is this like a throughway to any larger thing, or I don't know. It's good to know. Any dog walks, any hikes, parks are good. I love parks. Oh, pardon me. We go again. I keep mixing up the patch numbers because I want it to align with the season number. I can relate to that. I kept thinking season 3 was supposed to be 11.13 or 11.3. Yeah, that would make it like I see how you got there. Gotta tell myself to ignore Undermine. You can absolutely ignore Undermine. You can get such good gear without ever stepping foot in Undermine now. Because it's you can get stuff from Nightfall, and you can get stuff from Horrific Visions. I kind of liked Undermine better than both of those things, but like, it's just me. Maybe somebody will buy these things. 250 for that piece. Fire sale. Maybe 85 for that one. This one maybe 75. And maybe like 111 and then 11 pennies. That's nice. I'm enjoying myself. Hello. Hello, Molotov. I've been dabbling in Dastardly Duos, and I don't understand Sundial. Well, if you finished the weekly quest, the little intro thing that had you like do one match and drink a potion and like eat a burger or whatever, then congrats, you're more or less done. From what I can gather, unless you are going to try to absolutely complete all of the achievements, you get basically everything from Dastardly Duos from just doing your weekly quest. There's like a handful of shoulders you can buy off a vendor, some of which will need you to do a later week. It's kind of time gated, so you can do one weekly quest. Or so there's like 6 weeks, I guess. Yeah, there's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. The score doesn't really matter. There's a lot going on that's not that relevant. There's one achievement that wants you to get certain amounts of score, and it's just for achievement points. It's not for any kind of other cosmetics at all. I've decided to not worry about it. Do you remember how lost you were your first time in here? Yeah, well, it's you live your life learning how to navigate Scalamont's one way, and then you go into the old-fashioned version, and it's all different and stuff. Yeah, don't forget the key, right? Also, sometimes you come in present day, and you still don't remember where everything is. Goodness, pardon me. It's warm out there. I'm just happy because I'm taking my car to get a little routine upkeep done, and I'm just glad that nothing went wrong. I didn't have any reason to believe anything would go wrong, but you know, it's always good whenever you make it to your next appointment. Don't know what expansion to start in when it comes to pet battle stuff. Oh. I mean, Mop's a decent place to... Well, I guess they've actually put... I was going to say Mop because that's when they added pet battles, but there's pets from before Mop too. Depends on what you want to do and how you feel like doing it. I've started rereading The English Patient, and I forgot how much I love that book. It's so pretty. It's written in a way that's so pretty that just kind of like sucks you right into it. And I forgot. I haven't read it in ages. Did you see the movie? I've never seen the movie, no. Is the movie good? Because I would have very high standards because I love the book. Okay. Finished Family Battler for Dragonflight. Now doing Shadowlands. I found Dragonflight easier. Won an Oscar. Haven't seen it yet. That sounds familiar. Definitely never watched it, though. Forget if it was not Oscar nominated, but forget if it won. I feel like it would be a fine movie to, or a fine book to adapt into a movie. There's enough things that happens, but a lot of the writing is about like the characters' interiority, which is a harder thing, not impossible, but like a tougher thing to get across in a movie. It won 9 Oscars. That is a lot of Oscars. Maybe it's a good movie. 9! Alright. I am gonna do one more run and then I gotta go. I gotta wrap up my itty bitty baby mini stream. Including Best Picture. My goodness. That's a big deal. When did it come out? Let me see. English Patient Movie. 96. Ralph. Willem Dafoe. Oh, I love Willem Dafoe. Although Willem Dafoe is always and forever going to be the Green Goblin from Spider-Man to me. He was a yogi for some amount of time. He practiced the same kind of yoga that I'm learning. But, oh, I hit instance cap. Oh, no. What are you farming? I need one more transmog. I need a buckler. A Skeletal Knight's buckler out of that instance. But I'm out of attempts for today, so I'm going to have to put it to rest. Yeah, I guess I'll post those. Why not? My favorite movies. Maybe I'll give it a try after I'm finished my reread then. Out of attempts. I could, if I was really desperate, log on another character, but I shouldn't linger too much. I'd rather wrap it up and actually have time to say bye to you guys. Especially given that I'm not going to stream again until, my next stream is going to be on Wednesday. Hope they consider getting rid of instance cap. Yeah, it's a bot management measure, I'm pretty sure. Because instances are a place where it's easier for bots to kind of get away with it because no one's going to see them and report them necessarily because they're inside an instance and they're on their own. 10 per hour is better than it used to be. It used to be 5. I'm pretty sure. You can, it's alright. I'm not too angry with it. What should I do? Hang out for 5 minutes and then you're done? Yep. That's the plan. Oh, man. 1 hour stream is no stream at all. Transmog a new outfit. Yeah, my maid needs a new look. I'm not real keen on her horrific visions outfit. I think that might take me longer than 2 minutes though. And all these alts that are not level 80. How many 70s do I have? That's a fun game. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're counting him. He's running up. 14, 16, rounding down. 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. Okay, so I have 780s and I have 25 characters that are in the neighborhood of 70. Watching anything fun? I am watching Australian Taskmaster. Australian Taskmaster. I think we were trying to watch movies, but we watched a couple that were yeah, not really our cup of tea. But it's Australian Taskmaster's been fun. The Taskmaster comedians are good. I like Tom Cashman as the assistant. Tom Gleason as the Taskmaster is not. It's hard because you're put in this role where you're meant to be very like harsh and self-aggrandizing and kind of mean, but Greg can pull it off without coming off as like mean, and Tom Gleason just does it in a way that just feels like he's bullying people. It's not as fun. Maybe he'll find a groove with it. Favorite season of UK Taskmaster is the one with Joe Thomas in it. There's got to be some seconds because like I love a lot of seasons of it, but the Joe Thomas season is so funny, even just for Joe Thomas. He's like the perfect candidate to be on Taskmaster. He looks so lost. I think that is about it. I will be back on Wednesday for a brand new stream. It'll be Orgrimmar week for Horrific Visions, so there will be some mount farming I can do in there because I didn't get all of the puzzle mounts from Org. There will be some things to do. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!